This episode is brought to you by Starry. When you drink Starry Lemon Lime Soda, every sip is a win. Perfect for game time or anytime. It's a crisp, refreshing lemon lime soda that's caffeine-free and bursting with flavor that makes you go, ah. Starry hits different. Find it in stores or online today.
Hello and welcome to Unequal Sequel
Extra.
Yes, the month of February is over. We've had our pancakes, we've had our Valentine's Day, we've had anything else that comes up in February that I can't remember that's happened, and it's finally over. It's the end of the month roundup. I've got my lovely co-host here. It's Rich.
Hello.
Say hi, Rich.
Hi, Rich.
How are you doing today?
Well, I mean, just to go back to last year's tradition, I'm full of cold. Like,
How did you get the cold this year?
well, my son's been on half term, so I'm blaming him for being walking petri dish. He's got it as well, to be honest.
Oh, that's only fair then. Is that what you're saying?
He's coughing and spluttering all over the place, so of course I'm going to get it.
Kids are germ like magnets, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
They're disgusting.
The problem is, though, when he gets ill for like half a day, and then he's fine, and then I get it for like a week.
They really cling on to you, cough, colds, chesty things.
Yeah.
And it's a bit unfair. You've just come back from the other operation.
I've got a weakened immune system, haven't I? So that's why.
Is there any way to make it stronger?
No. I have an autoimmune disease, Dave. I have to just kind of put up with it.
I know, but like a barrier, like put like a. Yeah, have you ever watched Bubble Boy with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah. I'll be the boy in the bubble. I think I'm all right now.
The man in the bubble.
Not quite that bad.
It's a good film. No one's ever watched that. It's a unique film. Very young Jake Gyllenhaal, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
It's quite funny, man. He lives in a bubble just because he's got such a weakened immune
Isn't
system.
It true?
And he goes on an adventure.
Based on a true story? Like,
I think
not the adventure part, but
not
the bubble
adventure part. Yeah. I'm not quite sure if the Bubble Boy is still alive, but who knows? Bubble Man now. He's a Bubble Man.
Who knows?
Anyway, I'm okay. I've had a lovely February. Absolutely delightful, I think.
Yeah, I've had a pretty good February. It's just this last couple
I haven't
of
been
days.
ill. Operations. I've been sailing through it.
Yeah. Until like now, I've been on top of the world. Like I was like, all my medication's working. I've had my operation. I've been feeling really good. Now I'm just like, now I've got a cold.
Got a new job as well. We won't say what it is, but congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
The big dog's moving up.
Should sort of sideways rather than up, but closer to home is the main thing. Yeah. So
less driving for him.
Less driving, more time to podcast. Way,
but less time to listen to podcasts.
Yeah, that's true.
I found that when my commute went to literally nothing. It was harder to keep on top of all the podcasts. So I've tried to limit myself and not get addicted to any podcasts is my thing. Which is very hard to do when you love podcasts.
That is hard to do. Yeah.
And a binger. I'm a big binger.
We need to find some nice short podcasts, or just just listen to like one episode of Sequelizers and it will last a week.
You're not joking. It does. It really does. So, like we were saying, this is the end of the month. So, if anyone doesn't know what we do now, on our end of month roundup episodes, we talk about how our month's been, what we've been watching, some movie news, blah de blah. Basically, a bit of a catch up between me and Rich. We have a lovely chat, and it's delightful. So, Rich is going to tell you what we spoke about in the last few episodes this month. So, Rich, you got anything?
Yeah. So we talked about Die Hard 5.
Yeah.
A Good Day to Die Hard, which is just a horrible title. And of course, we talked about Puss in Boots, which we both liked a lot more than we should have done.
It's incredible.
And
it's actually incredible.
It is, yeah. It's really good. And Magic Mike's Last Dance, which again was not good.
Okay. Again, we differ on that, I think.
I think it was. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was probably okay-ish, but on the low side of okay for me.
Yeah, and now we're here. It has been quite a short month, and it has gone quite quickly. I was just looking back at those episodes, and I feel like, my God, Puss in Boots, it seems like it was only yesterday.
Yeah.
But we have got a little bit of correspondence. Do you want me to read it out? Yeah. Okay, we got Rachel. Thank you for getting in contact on Instagram. It says, love the podcast. Found it mid last year. It gets through my day while driving for work. Would like to say thanks to Rich, who had me sat in my care trying to figure out how to say February.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
February.
February.
February. February. Okay, doesn't matter. I want to see if you heard of the theory between Die Hard and Unbreakable. There's people that think John McClane is David Dunn's alter ego, which is why he comes across that he's bulletproof.
Okay.
I haven't heard of that.
I haven't heard that either. It's an interesting theory, but massively flawed if you think about it.
Yeah, she carries on. Completely agree with your thoughts about A Good Day to Die Hard. It's one of the worst things I've put myself through at the cinema. Keep up the good work, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, it is one of the worst things. It's one of the worst things we've watched on this podcast, I think.
Oh, I don't know. We've watched some bad stuff. It's going to have to go some to beat Sex and the City 2 and The Howling 2. You know, we've watched some stinkers, haven't we?
Yep, and Alien vs Predator 2 still stands up with all of them in my head. Yeah. We had Esteban comment on our Magic Mike episode. He said, I had no intention of watching this, but after listening to you both dissecting this to pieces, my morbid curiosity may win over. Keep it going, chaps. Which is true. Listening to back of that episode, we really went deep.
We did go deep on Magic Mike, didn't we?
It's really bizarre. Because sometimes we come to these episodes like, oh, what are we going to talk about kind of thing. And then somehow we find ourselves going down a really weird alley and really dissecting a film that probably doesn't have to be dissected that much about men dancing. But it was great.
I think that's the joy of this podcast, is you never know what you're going to get. You know, we could Oscar winner, and we could barely touch the surface. Give us Magic Mike, and we're delving deep.
Don't know what that says about us.
I don't know. Maybe that we're not proper film critics, I guess, Dave.
Well, that's plainly clear to everyone. Okay, also got a nice message from the Cinema Mile about Puss in Boots. Well, it's very short. It says, they saw it too. Kids and adults loved it.
Brilliant.
And that was we wondered if kids and adults were equally going to love it as much as just me and Rich were adults. So that's nice to hear.
Yeah.
And also, do you want me to read the nice review out on iTunes that makes us laugh?
Yeah, definitely. We got a brilliant review on iTunes. I love it.
Someone called K. So thank you for this, because this made us actually like laugh.
Yeah.
It says, amazing podcast, 5 stars. Thank you for that. Two blokes who don't have annoying voices and really know their stuff when it comes to movies. And if a movie is terrible, they tell you.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, thank you for that, because I have worried for many years that I have an annoying voice.
Me and Dave properly celebrated that we didn't have annoying voices.
It's like winning the World Cup. Some people win awards. Some people, but we get told we don't have an annoying voice, and that's made our week.
That has made our week, definitely. So whoever left that review, thank you very much. It really did make our week.
It was yeah. As soon as I said that, Rich, it was nice. And then someone also sent in saying we doing a good job, and we introduced them to the Before trilogy. But I think that's more aimed at you, because I still have not seen the last one. First two down, but I am waiting for someone to pick the third one to talk about it, to me to watch it, or when I can afford the nice 4K box set.
Oh, yes.
Or if they just come available on a
streaming service
for free, I can watch.
Yeah.
One of those 3 options has to come up, and I'll watch it. I love the other 2. Don't get me wrong. I think the third one's going to be brilliant. But
I think we need to thank Layla Latif, don't we, for introducing us to that trilogy.
Layla,
yeah. So,
and Jane Crofer picked it as well, I believe.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. So thank you to our brilliant guests for picking brilliant movies.
It does make our life easier when they pick good films.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. Yeah.
So our next stage of this podcast, of this episode, is movie news. So Rich, hit it.
Movie news.
You've really got that one down now. Right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
You've got 5.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go in the middle and go 3.
Okay, big news this week. Fucking hell, some of this is just mental. There was Bob Iger from the head of Disney.
Oh,
He
yeah.
came out. They had a bit of a show, and he's confirmed that there's some sequels coming from some Disney and Pixar sequels. Pixar and Disney sequels.
Pixar.
Pixar.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, got there eventually. So he's confirmed there's going to be a Frozen 3. Not a surprise, you know, that's fine. A Zootropolis 2 or Zootopia, whatever we had in this country, I'm still not quite sure what it's called.
Yeah, I can't remember which one we had either.
Which one's which?
That's great news. My son will be over the moon. He calls it The Fox and the Rabbit. He doesn't call it Zootopia. And he loves it.
Cute.
Absolutely loves it.
That's cute. And he's also said Toy Story 5's is coming.
Oh, we don't need a 5.
I don't even understand how... Wasn't 4, they all went their separate ways. Like,
Yeah. They've got to get the band back together. That's going to be 5. No, I don't want it.
That's something that annoys me so much. They've worked so hard to separate the band and have Woody go off with Little Bo Peep and Buzz Lightyear with the rest of the crowd wherever they were going with the girl.
We don't need a 5. We just don't.
Is there going to be a Toy Story 5 without Woody or Buzz?
I was going to say, is it going to be like Fast 5 and they suddenly flip the genre? They all turn into superheroes.
I hope not. Not for Toy Story.
I don't know what they're going to do for 5, Dave. I'm not sure we need that. But who knows? Who knows?
I still kind of ignore that Toy Story 4 exists.
Yeah.
It's kind of in that Crystal Skull camp with me that
it's not
it's
not a bad movie, though. It's not a terrible movie. It's just an unnecessary movie. We just don't really need it.
Right, so the 3 sequels are coming. Frozen 3, of course it was going to happen.
Yeah.
There was no stopping that juggernaut. There's still probably another 5 stories.
They were never going to let that go.
It makes way too much money.
Get it? Let it
I
go.
got it.
Yeah.
It took me a while, but that makes me feel a little bit sick into my stomach. Got any more of those?
No, you're
what was
all
the
right.
big song from the second one? Do you even remember?
I don't know. We did see the second one was George's first trip to the cinema ever. It was
That's cute.
Frozen 2. We were on holiday. It was like we went on holiday between Christmas and New Year, and we went to the cinema, and he really enjoyed it. And
wasn't that the final film you saw before the pandemic?
It was the final film I saw before the pandemic. Yeah, the final cinema movie. Final trip to the cinema before the pandemic hit. Yeah,
that's good. That's cool.
Good.
Okay, so that they're coming. Toy Story 5. No news of like actual information. You just said that we're announcing it and they're coming. Okay, so 1, 2, 4 or 5 now.
2.
2, you won't care about this, but I'm quite excited about it. Plane, that film I spoke about last month, is officially get a sequel called Ship. Did I speak about it this month or is this month? Plane.
I think it was.
Have you seen?
I think it's this month. I think you told me about it, but you haven't.
Oh,
I don't.
I'm about to talk about it.
You said we'll talk
it
about it in the roundup. I think is what you said.
Well, all right. I won't ruin what I think of it. But Plane is officially getting a sequel called Ship.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen the movie. I don't know anything about it. I didn't even know it existed until you mentioned it the other day. But I think the naming of their movies is very basic.
Well, the end of this one. Plane that it does leave it open for a sequel.
Okay.
Spoilers.
It might
not contain a certain character from the first film, but it will contain a certain character from that film, and it's about that character trying to get off this island.
Okay, can we just leave this and talk about it when you've talked about the movie?
I still can't spoil it, but then it gets them on a boat, and it was so much fun. It was so dumb. And obviously, apparently Jared Butler, they tried to change the name of Plane. Who's like, no. We have to keep the name Plane. That's why I'm here. It's so...
You love a big dumb movie, though, don't you?
They're my favourite. Well, I just want to be entertained and enjoy. I mean, I've seen other films recently. I'm like, I enjoyed Plane more than some other films. I enjoyed Plane more than Magic Mike.
Well, I definitely... that's probably not very hard. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, Plane's
Rich can't really comment on it if you haven't seen it, but once he watches it, he's going to be well excited for Ship. And then after Ship, to close out the trilogy, what are we going to get? Train?
Truck? Car?
Can't have cars.
No.
That's taken, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
Motorbike.
cars is, but car isn't.
Tuk-tuk.
Tricycle.
Yeah. Submarine. I suppose that would go along with ship, actually.
Yeah, that's shit. Or that, yeah, slightly nerdy. Submarines are boats, and things that go on top of the water are ships. But yeah, anyway.
Okay, hang on. So, and when I think of a boat, that's not a boat. A narrow boat that goes along the water.
I can't remember what the distinction is, but it's something. I think it's something like if it sails on a river, it's a boat, and if it sails on the sea, it's a ship.
Okay.
And because a submarine goes under the water, not on it, it's classed as a boat. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I'll have to look that up, but that's the kind of remembering I have from my.
I hope everyone's appreciating.
My old housemate.
We're also learning on this one.
Yeah. It's my old housemate used to be in the Navy, so yeah.
Oh, your Friday nights must have been fun.
Yeah, they were.
Getting information like that. Okay, well that's coming, and I'm delighted. Let me just see. I imagine next year they will try and roll these out as much as they accumulate quickly as possible.
Yeah,
it won't take long. There's not a lot to the films. Just a bit of shooting and violence and dumb plot. It's perfect. 1, 4, or 5?
4, please.
Okay, of course this was going to happen. After the success of the Scream sequels and the legacy sequels, I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel with original cast in the works. So we're talking Freddie Prinze Jr., Jennifer Love Hewitt. They're the ones who lived, I believe.
Do you know what?
What?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
No, I've never seen
it. It's got a sequel already called I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
I did know that, yeah.
Which is okay. It's got a really weird Jack Black performance in it. He's like a dreadlocks. It's on a holiday island from what I remember. And then there is another sequel after that, but that was like straight to video, I think.
Okay.
But if they're going to call this anything, they should call it I Still Know What You Did That Summer. Surely, right?
Yeah.
And the difference between the killer in this film and the Scream films, because they came out like back to back,
right,
is that this killer hasn't got a knife. He's got like a hook. He's like a fisherman,
like
killer
Candyman
fisherman
kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's not attached to his body.
Okay, I think I know the plot. Don't they run someone over?
Yes.
And then he's not dead, and he comes back and kills them all. Is that the deal?
Yes, but that's also, you might know that from what is it? A Scary Movie. I'm pretty sure
I think it's probably a Scary Movie that I know that from.
I believe in the first one, he doesn't come back. I don't think.
All right, okay.
But
anyway.
of course this was gonna happen. But I haven't seen Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt in a while do like big movies. So good luck to them.
Yeah, but I don't think I've seen Freddie Prinze Jr. since the Scooby-Doo movie.
He was in a Christmas Netflix film that my wife watched.
Okay.
But I don't know what else he's been doing. He's done some writing weirdly for WWE on their on their shows. I don't know how long ago that was.
Okay.
But do you want? Well, you've never seen the first one.
I don't know. Might have to watch the first one and second one by the sounds of it,
and not the third one.
Not the third one. No, is that bad?
So yeah, this is going to happen. Of course, it was always going to happen after the success of Scream. So I'm just trying to see if they've got a date or anything. Not really, no dates. But,
no dates. Okay.
But they'll have some new cast, and then obviously the old cast will come back as well. And I'm not quite sure how that will work because did they all kill the same person? So, again, put it on the list, Dave. Okay, 1 or 5?
Let's go 5.
This is good news, I think.
Oh.
Will Smith in his Instagram, the man who slapped Chris Rock.
Yeah. Is that how we're defining Will Smith these days? All the things that Will Smith has done in his life, and now he's the man who slapped Chris Rock.
I like Will Smith, but he went a bit mental that night. They've announced there's a video of him driving over to Martin Lawrence's house and announcing Bad Boys 4.
Oh, okay. I didn't like 3.
Did you not?
No.
I thought 3 was fun. I like these two together. I think they're brilliant together.
I think Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2 are the only Michael Bay films I really like.
Bad Boys 2 is so long.
Yeah, but I really like Bad Boys 2. I think I might even like it more than 1.
Ooh.
So, yeah. But 3, I didn't like 3 very much.
The problem with 3 is that it's called Bad Boys for Life. So they've already taken what they could have called 4 because Bad Boys 4 live.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm guessing there's
Bad
Bad
Boys Forever.
Forever?
Yeah.
For a bit longer?
Bad Boys for now?
Yeah. Which I'm excited about. Directors Adol. I'm not going to try their names. I'm not even going to. The guys that made Batgirl but got cancelled.
Oh, okay. I'm still annoyed.
I
about
think
that.
they actually did the previous Bad Boys film.
Oh,
I think they're back, which is fun. In the last film, didn't like Mike Lowry have a son that was the bad guy? I can't remember if he lived or died.
Do you know what? I can't even remember. But yeah, I found it really dull.
I remember Marcus retiring,
Mm.
so I'm not quite sure how they're going to pull the
Oh,
fourth one.
who knows? They'll pull something out of the bag. There'll
Do
be
you
some
think there's still
convoluted reason.
gas in the tank for this?
No.
Like Bad Boys film. Do you know?
No, well, I think 3 ran out of gas, to be honest. Like, you know, so for me, no. But hey, you milk that cow as much as you want, Will Smith. You get that. You milk that money train.
Well, I will watch this. I like these.
Of course,
films.
we'll
I think
watch
they're
it.
Fun.
We'll definitely. Everyone will watch it, but it doesn't mean it's going to be.
And the third
good.
one, it was just at the beginning of that bloody pandemic, and it still made a fair bit of money. Not as much as it would have done if there wasn't any, killer virus kind of thing.
Yeah,
but that's happening. Oh, very excited.
Cool.
And number 1, Vin Diesel's anti-hero returns for Riddick Furia.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
We can all agree there's been already 3 of these. I think there's one called Pitch
Has
Black.
There been 3? I thought there had been 2.
No, Pitch Black.
Chronicles of Riddick.
And then there's just one called Riddick.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Which is very much like the first one.
Right, okay.
It's about him stuck on a planet.
Pitch Black, absolutely love.
Pitch Black bangs a lot. It's so good.
It's
And
great.
Vin Diesel is really good in it.
Chronicles of Riddick, not as good, but still didn't hate it. Yeah.
Chronicle Riddick is rubbish. It is rubbish.
I didn't hate it. I know it's not good, but I didn't hate it. And then Riddick, I don't think I didn't even know existed.
Yeah, Riddick exists. It's got Dave Bautista in it. He, at the end of Chronicle of Riddick, if you remember, he comes the overlord of the Necromongers or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Well, these Necromongers, he somehow escapes from that and ends up on a planet that has got monsters in, and then the sun's burning half it. So when the sun hits, it gets really hot and you can't live.
Right.
So he has to run away from that. But at the same point, some bounty hunters also land on this planet to catch Riddick because they know he's worth money. And also, the Necromongers are also after him on this planet. So they're all there. That's
okay.
So I can't remember the third one.
I might go back to this franchise and have a rewatch.
Pitch Black is so good.
Pitch Black is great.
Very good. Very low budget Australian film, I think. It feels. I remember watching it on the way to Florida in the year 2000 on a plane. I watched that in American Psycho. It was a great
That's
trip.
quite a hell of a plane journey.
It was great. I was only like 14, 15 as well. It was wonderful.
Brilliant.
And then I think the third film I watched was like Beethoven 5.
Oh, okay. Lighten the mood slightly.
So Riddick was out in 2000. Chronicles of Riddick was out in 2004.
Right, okay.
The Riddick one was out in 2013, so that's 10 years old now.
That is, yeah.
Rich didn't even know that was out.
No, didn't even know that happened.
There was a period, guys, when Vin Diesel wasn't one of the biggest box office draws in the world. He had a couple of misfires.
Yeah.
Chronicles of Riddick being one of them. He had decided already to leave the Fast and Furious franchise at that point. He made a couple of duds.
Triple X's and stuff.
Triple X, which is, well, we all know how I feel about Triple X, is a turd. There's something called like Babylon LA or Babylon something or other, which is truly awful as well. So he went back to Riddick in 2013 to kind of put things back in motion. Fast 4 also came out around that point.
Yeah.
And then obviously Fast and Furious came, the absolute juggernaut that it is. But he's been trying to make this film or another Riddick film for a while. I tell you what is a really good thing. There's a really good some PlayStation games of Riddick.
I was going to say, I've heard the games are really good.
There's a really good early game with PS2, I think now. And he has to escape a prison or something. That was really cool.
Maybe base some movies on the games then.
Yeah, that was released. That was in a period when they were releasing games to go along with movies, so like Enter the Matrix. So it was like linking the story together. I think it was a bit between Pitch Black and Chronicle of Riddick. It was trying to fill in that hole. I can't actually remember. This is all from the top of my head, and it's probably wrong. Fake news. So that's happening. So, I'm quite excited about another Riddick film, weirdly. I think it's a character Vin Diesel can do quite well, because it's minimal dialogue, most of it. You don't give Riddick long,
and he doesn't have to do any running necessarily.
He just looks, just puts these goggles in, looks mean. I'm going to kill every motherfucking one of you.
And turns into Jason Statham, it would seem.
Yeah, well, they're kind of the same person. But that is the news. So you can.
Lovely.
Have we got closing news?
Lovely
jingle,
bit of news. No, we just do the next thing.
Sunday morning, guys. I'm actually don't know what's going on. So, okay, let's go to Film Club. Do it. Sequels were already watched. I suppose that's the one.
Sequels first, isn't it? Yeah. Sequels, what we've seen.
Sequels, what we've seen. I'm just going to my list on Letterboxd. We're both on Letterboxd now, if anyone's interested.
Yeah.
You can find us. I'm not quite sure how it works, because technology's still not my friend.
RW Unequal Sequel on Letterboxd.
I think I'm screen_mash, and I can't change that. And I've had that since like 2011, and I really wish I could.
I've only watched one sequel, and we have sort of already talked about it a bit. But the only one is Magic Mike XXL.
That's the only sequel I watched as well.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yeah.
And we watched that in preparation for Magic Mike Last Dance.
We did.
And if you go back and listen to that episode, you can kind of gauge how we feel about it. Not as good as the first one. We both really loved the first one. The second one's this really weird road movie.
Yeah.
Strippers, Blue Brothers for strippers.
You hit the nail on the head with it's like Blues Brothers 2000 for strippers. That's kind of. Nuts. Although you also said we're not allowed to call them strippers anymore, didn't you?
Oh, Male Entertainers,
yeah.
Because Joe Manganiello is brilliant in that film, in XXL. If anything goes along with him, that would be a really, really good film. I love the comedy piece when he has to do like a dance for the cashier in the petrol station, just to prove that he still got it. Yeah, that's probably the best scene in that film.
It is good.
It goes on a bit long for me. Yeah, I've seen nothing else.
No, me neither.
For sequels,
not sequel-wise. No,
I've watched a lot of other movies.
I've watched
this month.
I haven't watched a lot, to be honest. It's been a really busy month. So I've not had a lot of time for lots of movies or TV for that matter.
Oh my lord! So let's go into Film Club.
Film Club.
I've actually gone to the cinema quite a lot this month. I've done 2 double bills.
Yeah, you have, haven't you? Yeah, I'm quite jealous.
Basically, I found another cinema near me, which is an Odeon Lux, and it has the recliner seats, and it has changed the game for me. Still available on my Odeon Limitless card.
Nice.
So it's just amazing. It's a much more comfortable arena to watch films.
Good bit of Odeon promo for you there.
Odeon. Yes. So what have you seen, mate?
So I have watched All Quiet on the Western Front.
I still haven't seen this. I really want to. That's on Netflix, right? And it's about to win all the Oscars.
It's very good. It is very good. And it's quite long, but it keeps you engaged all the way through. And it's in German, so you get subtitles. But I mean, I almost started to feel like I could speak German by the end of it because I was so engrossed in it. It's really, it's very, very
the visual
good.
effects are really
it
good.
looks incredible. It looks absolutely incredible. And it's not kind of your standard war story. It's not your there's no heroes, really.
So, because there's already a film called All Quiet on the Western Front, right? It's a very old film.
Yeah, because it's based on a book that was written by a German soldier in the 1940s.
Is it still that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
I have watched this because my dad made me watch it very young when I was little, because he loves showing me war films.
But it was it's the first. So it was written in the First World War. Sorry, not the Second World War. The book. So it's set in the First World War. The book was written by a German soldier during the First World War, and then was banned by the Nazis in the 1940s.
Oh wow!
Because it's very anti-war, essentially. It's about, like, the folly of war.
So this is up for Best Foreign Film, which I think it's going to win for.
Should just be up for best film.
And
to be fair.
But it is also up for best film.
It should win both, I think. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
It's definitely going to get foreign, I reckon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I should imagine so.
And I haven't even seen it. I just know what everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
That's my feeling on the Oscar hunt for this film, I think. And I think it'll do well in visual effects.
It will definitely do well in, yeah.
It depending how kindly the Academy look at Avatar and how deserving they think that is.
It's very different to Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I watched All Quiet on the Western Front. It's very, very good. I also watched Dead Man's Shoes again. I don't know if you've seen it, the Paddy Considine one.
Of course I've seen Dead Man's Shoes. It's
I'm pretty sure we watched it at uni, didn't we? I definitely watched it when we were in my first year of uni.
No, I watched it a bit after uni. I remember picking up a DVD for very cheap in like Savvy on Oxford Street or something.
Okay. It's not on anything. You can't stream it on anything. I found it on YouTube. Probably a hooky copy on YouTube.
YouTube is quite good for films. We shouldn't promote it too much, but once in a while you can find films. I've got it on DVD.
I really wanted to watch it because a clip came up on something, and I was like, "Oh, I really need to watch that movie again."
Which clip was it?
The clip, the famous one where he's like confronting the drug dealer. He's like,
I don't know if you've heard. Yeah, it's fucking me. That one.
The what? Sorry.
The bit when he's like, the bad guy sees this weird guy, Paddy, standing by the end of the road.
Oh, that's the one. That's the clip.
Yeah. He's trying to see if he is the guy, and Paddy just comes out straight away. He's like, "It was fucking me."
Yeah. He's
I'm coming for you.
Yeah. He's like, he does this. I've got you here, and like points to the palm of his hand. He's like, oh, and the drug dealer guy's like, "You're not afraid of me, are you?" And he's like, "No."
I can't tell you how good I think Paddy Considine is in that film.
He's so good.
He's so scary, and I know he's such a lovely man, but in that he's absolutely terrifying. Yeah. And the twist, didn't see it coming.
No, it's so incredible. I remember watching it with Robbie that we went to uni with, and we were both mildly obsessed with it for quite some time.
It's a Shane Meadows film, isn't it?
It's Shane Meadows, yeah. It's a very Shane Meadows film as well. Like in that kind of like set in the East Midlands, like all good Shane Meadows movies.
Basically made for nothing as well.
Yeah, made for like 45p and half a Twix. Like
you can kind of tell, but it really adds to it, and the building doom through that film is just so good. Guys, if you haven't seen Dead Man's Shoes, go find Dead Man's Shoes.
Go find it. Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of the best British movies, I think. Like. It's just fucking.
It's nearly 20 years old. I thought I watched it in 2003, but it's 2004 it came out. So I'm pretty sure. I thought it was first year of uni that I watched it, but it must have been second.
Okay, I was definitely after. Might have been during uni. It was during my DVD buying era, and that was mainly through my student loan, I would say. So maybe it was. Uni. That's where I spent most of my money.
Yeah, 90% of Dave's student loan went on DVDs.
I had a library. It was great. What a time. What a film that is. What else have you watched?
So the only other thing I've watched is a film called Lamborghini. Lamborghini, the man behind the legend.
It's a documentary?
No, it's not a documentary. It's a biopic. And it's got Frank Grillo as the main character, the guys, and it's got Gabriel Byrne in it for about 3 scenes, but there's no one else. It's not good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What's it about? I'm guessing it's about the birth of Lamborghini or something.
Yeah. It's about the guy who set up Lamborghini. So basically, like Lamborghini made tractors. Don't know if you know the story. Originally, Lamborghini made tractors. And they did very, very well, made loads of money. They made brilliant tractors. Everyone bought them. And then the guy Lamborghini was very rich, and he bought some Ferraris. And then he wasn't happy with the Ferraris. He didn't think they were good enough quality. So he decided to start making his own car, his own supercar to rival a Ferrari.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Actually amazing.
But the film is not amazing at all. Like, there's so many big gaps in it. The performances are quite weak, and yeah, there's nothing that makes you care about anyone, really. Like, it's big dramatic things happen, and you're just like, yeah.
I have to say, if I ever become silly rich, like win the Euro Millions,
yeah,
and I want a big silly car.
I thought you meant silly me for a minute. Then I was like,
no, a silly car. I would buy a Lamborghini because they are absolute monsters and they're ridiculous.
They are ridiculous.
Like in every way, you can't pretty much drive them on proper roads because they won't go over speed bumps or anything.
Well, that's like the Lamborghinis
so
of now, but this is like the Lamborghini Miura.
Don't ruin my image of behind a big
beautiful car ever made. Like the only car to be in like exhibited in the New York's Gallery of Modern Art.
They are beautiful.
It's the actual beautiful car. You know, the one at the start of Italian Job that gets crushed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but I still think the big ridiculous ones now are beautiful looking cars. The monsters that they are. I just think they're very you can't take them to Tesco's.
No, and also I wouldn't fit in one. So there's no point.
No,
I wouldn't buy one because I'm 6'6" and I don't fit.
Would you fit in any supercar?
I very much doubt it.
Okay. Good to know when I win the Euro Millions.
I'll have a Range Rover instead.
Okay. Sure.
No, that's it. No, I told you.
I do just want to cover quickly a couple of ones that you've watched previously. I finally watched The Phantom of the Open. That was great fun. Mark Rylance.
Great fun, yeah.
Finally saw The Menu.
Oh, yeah. What did you think?
I really liked it. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I thought Ray Fiennes was very good in it.
Did it make you want a burger?
Yes, because I love burgers. It's exactly what I thought that film was going to be, because I've heard a lot of people annoyingly talk about it. But I think the trailer does a good job of kind of showing that it's not going to be that film, but it sadly is that film. But I still enjoyed all the performances, and Anya Taylor-Joy was good. What else did I say? Okay, I've seen Plane. We talked about it a minute ago.
Go on, tell us about Plane.
Jerry Butler, Mark Coulter, is as simple as there's a plane that gets hit with lightning or going from like Hong Kong to somewhere, and it has to ditch itself in a Filipino island not even the army will go to because it's so dangerous. So, but on the same flight there's Mike Coulter, he's been transferred, he's doing life in prison because he killed someone in the Legionnaires or something. It doesn't really matter. So Jerry Butler and Mike go off to try and get help, but at the same point, or the what are they called? Rebels are on the island, so they take lots of people hostage from the plane, and then there's a big gun shootout, and then some Marines drop in, and there's some more shooty, and it's just ridiculous, but in the best way, like the Olympus Has Fallen kind of trilogy.
Oh yeah, I've seen the first one of those, I think. But
they're great. I will stand. I mean, London Has Fallen has got some of the worst dialogue you've ever heard in your life, but they are like mostly dumb action films, and it's kind of Jerry Butler now seems to kind of work in that. And I mean, Greenland a couple of years ago was great. His End of the World movie, very different to this. But yeah, Plane, it's so dumb, and obviously there's so many bad bits of dialogue and stupid bits, just plot wise.
Yeah,
that it shouldn't really do anything, but it's just ridiculously amount of popcorn and cheese to make it entertainment.
I can't deal with bad dialogue. It just grates my brain.
You will hate this stuff. What else have I watched? The Whale with Brandon.
Oh yeah, I've heard his performance is amazing. The movie is not, I guess.
I absolutely agree with that. 100%. Like I said, I watched this and Magic Mike on the same day, and I think Magic Mike's better. So that tells you how I felt about the movie.
Because we did not like Magic Mike's Last Dance.
I thought Magic
Mike,
yeah. This, you could kind of tell that it was a play beforehand. It's all set in one flat, and it's written like a play.
Okay.
And the performances are good. Sadie Sink from Stranger Things is in it, but I can't really know how to describe it. The best words. It was too laid on, if that makes sense. Like too, this is how you're meant to be feeling, kind of thing.
Right. Okay. Spoon-fed.
Yeah, made you feel like this is made for awards.
Right.
Do you know what I mean when I say that? It's that's what they're going for. Instead of trying to make a film that is trying to say something. Yeah. I'm a crier. I cry at a lot of things. I'm about to tell you another film I cried at.
You do, yeah.
This didn't get me at all.
Okay.
Like on any level. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
But it's a really great performance by Brendan Fraser, essentially.
Yeah, you forget that he has a suit or put loads of weight on. He didn't put that much weight on, as Rich trying to convince me that he put.
Did he not? I'm sure he said like.
Nah, he's had a a suit.
He did have a suit. He didn't put all the weight on.
He was also
But I thought he put a lot of weight on. You know.
Well, he's put a lot of weight on than what he was when he was like, say, in The Mummy,
Yeah,
or George of the Jungle when he was just like muscles.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I agree. He should definitely be in the talk for Best Actor, but sadly for me, everything around it is too obvious.
Right.
Like there's a bit for most of the film. It's always raining outside, metaphorically raining outside. It's dark,
Right. Okay.
and then you get to the end, and finally the sun's come out, and certain things. You know, oh come on,
Okay.
you're playing it like that, are you?
Right.
I saw Marcel the Shell with shoes on, Rich.
Oh yeah.
This film is magic.
Is it?
Absolute magic. Up for nominated for Best Animated Film at the Oscars and whatever this year. And it's a talking shell called Marcel. And a guy moves into this house for Airbnb and he finds out this is a talking shell. And it's a documentary on the talking shell called Marcel. It's beautiful. It's so well done. I don't think it's going to be for everyone.
Okay.
But it's the simplicity of it, of the weirdness of a talking shell who's stuck there with his grandmother. And the point is they're trying to find their family.
Right. Okay.
Because something happened and the family got taken away weirdly.
It's like Finding Nemo, but a shell.
A little bit, but it's more about them. They never, again, it's like the whale. They never leave the house, pretty much.
Okay.
They do leave the house. That's a lie. They go for a drive and the shell, the first time Marcel's been in a car and throws up. It's quite sweet. But it's a really sweet, funny movie. Like,
Okay.
very short, only 85 minutes, I would say.
Nice.
I watched that and then I went straight into Knock at the Cabin, which is the new M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Thank you. I was never going to be able to say his name. And this is the man that has had such a checkered career of good, mediocre, and absolute dog shit films.
I think he does like a good one, an okay one, and then two bad ones, and then a good one, an okay one, and two bad ones. I think that's his pattern, isn't it?
Where are we now? Well, this is the one after Glass, right?
No, there was Old.
Old was okay. Old was okay.
Okay.
Was it?
I don't know. I didn't see it, but I heard.
Have you not?
I heard
I've
it
watched
wasn't
Old.
good.
No, it's Old is better than Glass. That wasn't good.
Oh yeah, Glass was bad. Yeah.
And you either hate or love Split, and then
I didn't hate. Quite like Split.
Split. I like Split. Then obviously you had the Last Airbenders and the After Earths. Not good. The Visit's okay, but then you've got like Unbreakable and Sixth Sense, which are like top tier movies.
Good. Yeah.
Knock in the Cabin, I'd put distinctly in the middle of everything.
Right.
It's
okay.
a great premise. There's this couple with a child, and there's four people come to the cabin to try and convince them that the apocalypse is coming, and they have to do something to stop it.
Right.
So great premise, really, really tense, and it never ever kicks into another gear to make it truly, truly entertaining or worrying or scary. Unlike his other films, there's no real big twist. I don't think you should go into one of his films now expecting a twist. I know that was his thing, but he hasn't massively done twists for a while. I mean, there's no big twist in Last Airbender, is there?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
We're one day going to have to make you watch that. That's going to come up in this franchise. Get ready for it. But sadly, it never quite went. It's distinctly a 3 out of 5 movie.
Oh,
that makes it stars. It never quite.
Yeah.
My wife was worried. She doesn't like tense movies. It took me like a month to watch The Conjuring once.
Right. Okay.
Stop and start. She doesn't like that feeling of being tense. Stressed.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'll watch that at home. And I think she could get through this.
Right.
But everyone's really good in it. Dave Bautista, mate, he's playing this big man, and you think he's going to be this scary dude, and he's not. And then there's Rupert Grint, who's much more scarier, to be honest. Jonathan Gruff's in it as well. And it's all set in his cabin. And stuff does happen, and you think, oh, that's clever. That's good. But you never go, wow. You know what I mean? Like, more like a, yeah. It's never true. I think for me, it was never truly scary.
Right.
But that was that one. Knock at the Cabin. What else have I watched? You People. I watched the Eddie Murphy, Jonah Hill film on Netflix. Have you watched this?
I haven't, but I've seen it pop up on Netflix, and it's sort of on the list of.
I would say watch it. I won't talk about it too much until you've watched it. I think.
Okay.
there's a deeper discussion there about if it's right or wrong kind of thing, I think. But Jonah Hill kind of makes me laugh. And weirdly, watching an Eddie Murphy film when he's not the comedian, like the funny point of the film, is weird. Last one I want to talk about is, have you ever watched Guy Ritchie's Wrath of Man?
No.
With Jason Statham. It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's one that I think got plugged straight onto Amazon because of the COVID or whatever.
Yeah.
Really surprising. Really good revenge actiony flick with Statham. And it's not like Lock, Stock or Snatch. It's more, and it's better than King Arthur or something like that. But it's, I was surprised how much I enjoyed that. And I don't think many people knew about it because obviously it just got brushed under the rug.
Yeah, I never heard of it. Right.
Check it out. It's
cool.
good. So that's all I've watched. A lot of good stuff. I'm really busy month for movies, and that's my aim this year, to watch a lot more movies, especially at the cinema, which are not sequels.
Yeah, I've renewed my cinema membership now, so I've just got to find the time to actually go.
I think that's sensible because the next few months are busy for us at cinema.
Yeah.
Sequel-wise. But I think there are a lot of good films coming out. TV Club, hit it!
Boo! TV Club.
What have you been watching on TV?
Oh, I finally watched Wednesday.
Oh, yeah?
I quite liked it. Quite liked it. But, it's not really... doesn't rock my world or anything, but it's not really aimed at me, I don't think, is it? But yeah,
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it well enough, and I'll probably watch the second series if that comes around.
It's got a really good soundtrack, I thought. I thought she was great as well, Jenny.
Yeah, she is good.
And it is the best thing Tim Burton's been involved with for ages.
It is, yeah.
It's very Tim Burton-y, and I thought that was great. That's why I really liked it.
Cynically, it does feel like they've killed off all the expensive cast before they do another series. All the kind of big names have gone. I really liked having... Oh no, my brain's not working, man. Who's the original Wednesday?
Christina Ricci.
I really liked having Christina Ricci in this. I thought that was a really good... Yeah, it was a nice nod. And there are a few little nods and stuff in there that are quite nice. So yeah, it's good. It's good. It's all right. It's worth a watch, especially if you're a teenage girl and not a 40-year-old man.
Hey. Hey.
But talking of teenage things that I did really enjoy, Lockwood and Co. Have you seen Lockwood and Co?
I hadn't. The Joe Cornish
one.
produced.
It's really good.
I've heard really good
enjoyed
things.
it.
Do you know what's really put me off of that? There's so much advertising for it. Sometimes it puts me off.
Oh, really?
Bizarre.
It's worth watching, mate. Get yourself over the advertising and give it a watch.
Because I'm not quite sure who it's aimed at, because it seems to be like...
It's a young adult fiction thing,
yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, so it's that kind of, I'd say kind of, teens and 20s.
And you're just telling me that Wednesday's not aimed at you.
What I was about to say is, because it's Joe Cornish, it's sort of our kind of humour, I would say.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's worth watching, definitely.
I will start that. I'm writing it down. Lockwood and Co.
So some things I've started watching that I haven't finished yet, but that I'm quite enjoying. So The Gold on BBC. I don't know if you started watching that.
I haven't, but a reason I haven't is because it seems very similar to The Curse, but a Syria version.
What's the Curse?
The Channel 4, Tom Davis, People Just Do Nothing, gang.
Oh, no, not at all. No.
Okay, good to know.
This is a true story of the theft of £28 million worth of gold in like 1986. So 28 million quid in 1986 is like 128 million quid now. 3 tons of gold.
That's a lot.
It is a lot of gold, and it follows both the guys trying to turn the gold into money, and also the police trying to track them down and stuff. And there's some really
that kind of sounds like The Curse. But I know this is real.
This is true, and it's not. No, it's not like that. It's kind of more of a how did things pan out? But yeah, it's definitely worth watching.
Okay, cool.
Definitely worth. Cool. So far,
I made note of it.
I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know. But it's all
It's on every Sunday at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's all the whole lot's on iPlayer if you want to binge it.
Oh, okay, cool.
I've
good drop.
Started The Last of Us.
Okay. I haven't got Now TV entertainment package or whatever. I was going to wait until it's all done, and then I'm going to do exactly what I did with House of Dragons.
Yeah. I went to cancel. I did it for House of Dragons, then I went to cancel it, and they offered me for like £4 a month for like 6 months. So I was I might as well keep it.
I've heard it's the best thing ever. This is what people keep telling me.
I really like. I love a zombie movie. I love a zombie genre. It's right on my street, mate. I really like it. Yeah, I'm well in. I'm
and Pedro
completely
Pascal
absorbed in it. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. And honestly, episode 3, I cried my eyes out.
Really?
Oh god!
I've heard it's the best hour of TV ever.
It is emotional.
Is that the episode that made lots of people angry? And when I say lots of people, I mean fucking bellends.
Yeah, I imagine it would make fucking bellends angry. Yeah,
yeah. You know what I mean. Yeah, cool.
It's basically So Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec and the manager from The White Lotus basically broke my heart. Basically, it's the love story of our time.
Oh, well, I'm very much looking forward to watching. How many episodes is it going to be? 10? What are we on now?
I think
5?
I think we've got this in 4 or 5 now. 4, 5.
Yeah, I think 5 came out the other day.
Okay. I don't know if I've seen 5 yet.
Okay.
Maybe I've only seen 4. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure how many episodes there are, but I'm really enjoying it, and I don't want it to end ever. But talking of endings, Happy Valley. Obviously, Happy Valley has ended, and we don't need to talk about Happy Valley too much because literally everyone in the country has been talking about Happy Valley. But you only started watching it just recently.
If people are fans of the show, in January roundup, I hadn't watched any of Happy Valley, and then you told me to watch Happy Valley. I do have something to talk about that, and you told me it was your happy place.
No, I didn't say that. I said
you go listen back to that episode.
What I said was that I get
it's your happy.
No. Hang on.
You said happy place.
Let me finish. What I said was I get excited about watching the episode. I genuinely.
I'm sure you said had that
genuinely look forward to it, and I'm like, oh, this is my like bit of the week that I look forward to. But no, it isn't happy.
I know, that's why I was surprised when I watched it. Anyway, I watched 3 seasons pretty much in 2 weeks. And I was there on the Sunday night. I caught up with everyone else. The big circus of what was going to go down in this last ever episode. And man, it was a great last finale of an episode. It's so good.
Great, isn't it?
I don't want to give spoilers, but its dialogue is so good.
My wife's never watched it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, found the killer, did they?" I was like, "No, it wasn't like that." And they were like, "Oh, okay." They figured out the mystery, did they? No, it wasn't like that.
It's not that story.
It's not that story. I was like, I just love Sarah Lancashire's so good.
And
I just love the last line. She's like, "We had a bit of a tussle. I won." Obviously.
Everything goes full circle. It's a brilliant hour of TV.
Yeah.
Was it an hour and 10 in the end? I'm not quite sure. But what a finale.
It goes weirdly full circle as well. You're closer to this because you've only just watched, you've watched it quite close together. But I think people won't have put it together necessarily until you think about what happens in the very first episode and then see what happens in the very last episode. It's very clever.
I mean, that kind of TV is the BBC absolutely firing on cylinders.
Yeah, 100%.
And we're lucky to have that. I know something else you've been watching, I think. Clarkson's Farm.
Oh, yeah, I have. I really like it.
This is a weird thing to talk about because everyone hates Jerry Clarkson and he is a bellend. There's no question.
Absolutely.
But his series on farming, I think is really important as well.
Very important. And you know what? I think Jeremy Clarkson says some absolutely stupid things. I think that...
There's no question about
his opinions are moronic. Absolutely. Yes. But... he is right in this. He is most of the things he says in this series. He's right,
and the first
series. Absolutely right. Yeah.
It's shining a light on something that needs light shine on.
Yeah.
Which is,
and I cannot believe the ridiculous bureaucracy and bullshit that's levelled at him just because of who he is. Our bureaucracy is supposed to be fair, and it's clearly not fair. Everyone should go and watch that series. I know there's not going to be another one because Amazon.
Not on Amazon, I think. I think they've dropped him.
Yeah,
but I think someone's
got to pick that up. Yeah,
or get rid of Clarkson and just have Caleb.
Yeah, absolutely. Caleb's farm. That's fine.
Just do Caleb and Charlie.
Yeah,
trying to run the farm. I truly, and he is an absolute bellend, but yeah, he's shining a piece of light on British farming that is in so much trouble.
Absolutely.
They promised us in Brexit that it was all going to be, suns and roundabouts and roses and it's all going to be okay. And It's on its. Be fair, it's not even on its knees. It's below that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was. I smashed through those 8 episodes.
Me too. I got to the last episode and I was like, oh, it's the last episode already.
Other things we quickly got to mention. I've watched the first 5 episodes of the late series of You on Netflix.
I've never seen it. I've not seen any of it.
It's really good, You. I turned my nose at it, and then my missus put it on once, and then I got into it. It's really clever. The guy, it's really good. But the other thing, there's 5 more episodes dropping in at the beginning of March, and they'll complete the series, and then I'll talk about it. But Shrinking on Apple TV.
I was going to say, that was my other thing I was going to mention.
It is the best thing on TV at the moment. There's no question. That is my happy place on a Friday. When
Apple
TV that comes out.
Just gets these things really right, doesn't it?
Harrison Ford is having a moment.
Yeah.
At an 80-year-old man, he is outstanding. And Jason Segel, it's written by some brilliant people.
I have a feeling that I have a feeling that Harrison Ford is playing himself very much in this.
Yes.
I think that's what he's like in real life.
It's so much worth your time. It's half an hour.
It's not, and if anything, that's not enough.
Not enough. And if you haven't got a subscription, just to make you this next month, the last series, hopefully, maybe, who knows, of
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Sorry, I forgot his name then. Ted Lasso. So if you get a subscription now, you get to watch Shrinking and then Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
And then Severance and For All Mankind. There's so much good stuff on there. We shouldn't be promoted Apple TV, but Shrinking. Go watch Shrinking. It is incredible.
You know that I love Apple TV. I think they put such good stuff out. It's quality over quantity.
Honestly, they should throw us some free subscription at this point. And that's all I've been watching.
Me too.
What a month for me, like film and TV. It's been a really, really good month for February.
You've done well.
God, March. Yeah, March I want it to be just as good. And looking at the calendar, and we'll go on to that now. So, release calendar, release dates. Releases that are coming to the cinema.
Cinema?
Cinema.
It was like half American, half Bristol.
I'm telling you now, Rich, we are going to be busy.
Okay. I've still got to go and watch Ant-Man and Quantumania thingy.
I'm going to go and see that in 3 hours' time.
Are you? Okay.
Yes. And there should be a review, if we can get one, towards the end of this week.
Yeah, I might go and see it tomorrow, on another slice. Maybe. Yeah.
So
cool.
It'll be around somewhere. Don't worry, guys. If you want to listen to it, we'll put it somewhere. But in March, sequel-wise, we've got Creed 3 on March the 3rd. I mean, nice. You might have to watch Creed 2.
Yeah, I will have to watch Creed 2, yeah.
March the 10th, we've got Scream 6.
Yeah.
March the 17th, Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Oh, I'm quite looking forward to that. Quite like Shazam.
Yep. And then we've got March 24th, John Wick 4, Chapter 4.
Yeah.
The trailer dropped the other day, and it actually looks... Well, he just punches and kicks and shoots a lot of people again.
Yeah, to shoot a lot of people in the knee.
Yes, but we spoke about it in the Dominic Diamond episode, that they're just rewriting the rules all the time. Like, there's no consistency of what's going on in this world, and it looks like it's exactly the same problem in 4.
Yeah.
It's like, but I haven't got a seat at the table. And then Ian McShane character, aka Lovejoy, goes, but your family does. And that has not been mentioned in 3 films so far. But we'll get to that in chapter 4. We'll see what happens. Yeah. And that's all the sequels. So that's going to be busy. Otherwise, we've got a film called 65. It's got Adam Driver. It's a sci-fi film.
Oh, yeah, I saw a trailer for that. That looks all right.
With dinosaurs, Adam Driver fighting dinosaurs.
Interesting, yeah.
What else we got? A film called Pearl, which I think is a sequel to a film called X, but I'm not quite sure. It's a horror film, Rich. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Infinity Pool, which is another horror film that we'll never see because it looks too scary for me and you.
We're so brave.
There's a film called A Good Person with Florence Pugh and Morgan Freeman on, and I haven't heard a word of that.
No, me neither.
But that's about it. Rich, can you see the lovely people out?
Yeah, of course I can. So if you've enjoyed this episode and you want to go and listen to some more episodes, well, you're in luck because there's loads of them. And also there's some brilliant interview episodes with some brilliant people as well. So go back and listen to those. Whilst you're there, hit the little like, hit the little subscribe, hit the auto download button, and we'll drop into your pod player of choice every single week. If you really, really like us and you want even more, then you get yourself over to anotherslice.com/unequal sequel. You can join our subscription service and you'll get box set mentality episodes. You'll get our new disenfranchised episodes. You'll get sequels to the interview episodes with extra content, and you'll get extra reviews and trailer breakdowns and all sorts of stuff on there from us as well. So go over there. It's $2.99 a month. We understand times are hard. Not everyone's got that sort of money at the moment. So this will always be free. Don't worry about that. But if you do want to support us a little bit more, just tell your friends. Give us a like, a heart, 5 stars. Write us a little review. And that will help us to reach even more people, even more listeners. If you've got any opinions about stuff we've talked about today, then get yourself onto social media. We are Unequal Sequel on Twitter and on Instagram, and we are unequalsequel@hotmail.com on the old emails. Tell us what you think, and we will read out all of your comments and stuff in the next monthly roundup, which will be at the end of March.
End of March. This year is going scarily quick.
Mad, isn't it?
It's absolutely mad. Yeah, we love receiving stuff from you guys. It's really, really nice for us. So carry on that. Go check out Another Slice. I'm really excited about box set mentality and disenfranchised. I'm making Rich watch lots of good and crap.
Yeah, you are.
The box set mentality is not always out of choice of what's good and bad. It's just what's put in front of us.
Yeah, true.
If you know what I mean.
And your random movie generator for disenfranchised is pulling out some
absolute classics.
Yeah.
I can announce once this is out, hopefully on there will be Lost in Space, the 98 version. You can listen to me and Rich talk about that. I think you're going to enjoy that one.
Yeah,
it's a fun one, and I've got nothing else to say. Rich, you got anything else to say?
No, that's it.
It is a bye-bye. It's bye-bye. It's a bye. It's a bye. Bye-bye from me. And it's a bye from him.
Bye!
See you on the next one, which is the sequel to this one. Catch you later, players.
Players?
Yeah, players was a mistake, wasn't it?
That was a mistake, yeah.
I forgot that I'm not cool.